Welcome to Cat and Raven Designs. I'm Chaos.
And I feed chaos, technically. Hi, I'm Raven. You gonna actually intro yourself?
No, hell no.
This is Cat. They're chaos. We have something we're gonna be doing today. So let me go ahead and do this. Ta-da! We have Nerdy Crafters, Not Another Crap Kit. I would like to note really quick. Jackie is magical and wonderful and must be protected at all costs. Just so you know. She's fantastic.
We stand Jackie.
We stand Jackie. 100%.
And Sika.
And Sika.
Can't forget Sika.
We did get Jackie's craft kit. We are so excited. We have gone ahead and already made figures with it using the included materials. And I will put those on screen now, some examples. Kat made one. I made one. The kids all made one. It was so much fun. We're enjoying it immensely as a very crafty household. We've made like 6 plaster figures. 5 or 6? Yeah, because I did an extra one, so it's 6. So the question here for what we do is, can we soap with this? Can we use these materials and make something for soap? So we're going to find out. One moment here. Here's the mold ready to go. We're going to be starting off giving a try with cold process soap. I admittedly have some concerns because cold process is a little different from melt and pour soap. Melt and pour I think will be just fine in this because melt and pour doesn't care about being in a mold like this, but cold process, there's only this at the top.
You're so tiny.
So less concerned about pouring in here, that we can do. I'm more concerned about whether or not enough air will get in here for it to not be pudding. I'm scared it will fall apart when we bring it out of the mold, so we'll see.
Pudding.
Not for soap. So we have our mat, which as you can see has already gotten a lot of use between us and the kids. And we're going to be making a very, very tiny batch today.
Tiny batch!
When you're using the mold with plaster, you're doing 200 grams of plaster powder and then 3 ounces of water. So I want to say 200 grams is about 7 ounces. I'm making this under the assumption that we're shooting for about a 10-ounce batch, and we'll see how things go. And because I am concerned about it making out of the mold safely, I'm going to add extra sodium lactate. That'll help the soap stiffen up nicely.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
I'm also not going to fragrance it, and I am not going to color it. It's just going to be pale. So in here we have our base oils for our cold process soap, and I'm going to be adding lye, just sodium hydroxide, and distilled water. There we go. Tiny baby batch. All right, let's blend this baby. Blend for 2 seconds. Barely blend.
We don't want to overblend, but we got to make sure it reaches emulsion.
All right, so I definitely have more working time with soap than I do on plaster. I already have the mold all prepared and ready to go. I've already read the instructions and know that it's all about the shimmy. The shimmy once we pour it in here, not about going like this because it will fly up out of the mold. So let's go ahead and pour here. So carefully. About up to the arms, I think. So I'm just going to give it a little shimmy sham. Because I know that was a problem we had with the plaster ones, is that, wow, assaulted by a rubber band. No. We would get air bubbles in the arms. I'm hoping that helps. Well, I'm going to have way too much soap batter left.
Oops.
Oh well. That's okay. A little bit of extra's fine. I'll just pour it into a separate mold and we'll just hang on to it and use it ourselves. Okay. There we go. So let's give it a little shimmy sham. Shimmy sham. Oh, yep. See that?
Yep.
A bit more on top. Oop, too much. Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff, pass it to me now. Light it up and take a puff, pass it to me now.
Oh my God, is that the lyrics?
Down, baby.
Oh my God, I didn't know that was the lyrics. What?
You didn't know that song was about smoking?
No, I heard the radio edit. Doesn't have that part. Oh my gosh. All right.
Down, baby. Ready to let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff.
No! I'm going to have to take that out. Oh my gosh. The best part of that is that at one point recently, Jackie described our channel as wholesome. Which, like, on one hand, go on, darling, don't stop. I love it. Thank you, senpai. On the other hand...
I mean, you're wholesome. I'm a chaotic disaster.
You are chaotic. I'm 100% convinced that if you and Seeker were even on the same side of the continent as each other, it would be too much chaos.
I think it would be worth it to see how much chaos it would be.
Well, hopefully someday we will get
Somebody
to meet them.
should film the chaos.
Well, if we go to VidCon next year and Jackie goes to VidCon and maybe Seeker will go to VidCon, then maybe we'll hang out. That'd be cool.
Yes.
So I want to try and not touch this as much as possible because it's not going to set up as fast as the plaster does. But it does need to sit for at least 24 hours. It might need longer than that. Again, just because it needs air to harden. Otherwise, it's going to be too soft. So we'll see how it
As we
looks.
discovered the hard way with the mold that I bought.
Yeah.
I need to buy a new mold.
All right, so we're going to let this set up and we will come back and see how we did. So I had some extra batter and it is still really soft, which does not bode well for the rest of this. But I am going to go ahead and open up the mold so that the soap can have some air and hopefully stiffen up a little bit more. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, she's sticky. Oh, this is exactly what I was worried about. Oh no, the little hand came off. No. Oh my gosh, it's really sticky and soft. Okay. Yeah. I mean, where it did come away properly, it is nice and smooth, but ooh, it's so soft. I could crush it. So
Let's not crush it.
no. I think we're gonna let this sit and we will come back to this little guy. Okay, so this did C-pop in the oven for about 30 active minutes, and then I shut the oven off and just left it in there for like an hour. So the sides have started to pull away from the figure a little bit. So I have high hopes for everywhere except for this hand right here. Because this hand is the most like down inside the mold, and I am very concerned as to whether or not it will survive being extricated. I think it's not going to. It's so... Oh, yep, see? It's already snapped.
Oh, it's not. Oh, there. Oh, the arm.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The arm popped off. Oh, so soft. Oh, so squishy. Okay. Oh, it just sort of fell out. Maybe I can try and work the arm out? I don't know. Like, it was hard to get the arm out when it was plaster. I don't know about this. Come on, little guy. Oh. It broke the fingers off.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, no.
I'll just use this one instead of the other one.
So a little part of the hand got stuck. So, oops. That's all right. I think when we try with melt and pour, it might come out a little bit more solid. So I'm going to get this washed and then we will pour some melt and pour ones. So the mold survived the dishwasher just fine, so it's nice and clean for us to give a melt and pour attempt. So Kat is prepping melt and pour now. Use a lot less than 10 ounces this time.
And then I can go back to playing Boyfriend Dungeon.
Kat likes dating sims.
About the non-binary characters that I am in love with because they got non-binary characters.
We love that non-binary representation.
Yes, like the glade and the sickle. And they're so cute. And they're so shy, and they're so sweet, and that game does a fade to black thing.
Oh?
Oh yeah, no, it'll start like being really descriptive, and then it just kind of goes, and then it's the next morning. And you know what they doing.
Cleaning their weapons?
You've been sheathing some blades, huh?
Lots of them.
Oh no.
What?
Wholesome video. Very wholesome. So this is a big block of melt and pour. This is what, 10 pounds when it's completely new? So melt and pour is soap that has already gone through this saponification process that we did from scratch with the cold process. So this we just chop up and we go ahead and just put it in the microwave to melt it down until it's liquid. And then you can add colorant, you can add scent. You still want to use soap-safe colorants and soap-safe fragrances. But yeah. So Kat's gonna go get started on that. All right, so the melt and pour is all melted and ready to go. What colorant do you have there, Kat?
Savage Garden.
Ooh, pretty green. Doesn't need a lot because it's not very much soap. So, geez. Big chunk on this side. So there are soap-safe liquid colorants that would probably be easier to do this with, but we don't have a ton of those because we don't work with melt and pour all that frequently except for embeds on our cold process soaps.
Shamrock Gold.
Good Lord, how that, whoa. That is super green and glittery.
Yes, it is.
All right, looks like you won't need the funnel because the cup has basically a funnel already built in. Sorry, funnel. Maybe next time. We're gonna do another fun transition. Watch this. I love transitions. Oh, it's so glittery. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, you can really see it filling up on the side there. You're almost there. Boy, is that nearly perfect. Wow. Well, now we let this sit for maybe 30 minutes, and we'll come back and see if it's ready to pull out of the mold. Hang tight.
A few moments later.
Let's see how this goes.
Ooh.
So shiny. Is mine.
Does fit your brand, yes. Boy, it's that arm. That arm is always the tricky part. Oh, aha! There it is. They look good. I like them. Shall we do another one?
Yes.
Yes. So for this one, I'm going to do all clear, and then I'm going to put a couple drops of the liquid soap colorant that we do have. Oh, I think I'm going to use the funnel this time, because I don't have the correct poury thing here.
Did you not use it with the plaster?
Oh, I did use it with the plaster, we just haven't used it with the soap.
Oh, true.
I used it a lot with the plaster. It was super helpful with the plaster.
Earthquake!
Yeah. Now I have liquid soap colorant. This is not food dye. I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to let that drip down inside the mold on its own. We'll see how it comes out. We're looking pretty good. You can kind of see the blue did go down pretty far. So we'll see how it comes out. Because on the other side
He's just the head.
is just the blue head. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Though his head's kind of flat. What happened to his head?
I don't know. Because you like overfilled that slightly.
Yeah, I guess he just had some air bubbles. But he's pretty cool looking. Be alright with that. Alright, let's do one more. For this one, I'm going to try painting the inside of the mold with some mica. So I'm going to start with some Into the Mystic from Mad Micas, which is biodegradable glitter. We always use bio glitter and not trashy glitter, except for that one time where we didn't realize it was trashy glitter. And then my colors here, I have Brilliant Blue, Ballet Slippers, and Purple Haze. I love this already. This is going to be cool. I'm thinking it'll look kind of galaxy-like, which might be kind of neat. I wanted to save this particular part for last because I have the distinct feeling I'm going to need to wash the mold after this.
Probably.
So next up, I'm going to get the mold sealed up, and I'm going to mix up some more melt and pour, and I'm going to dye it black with black iron oxide. Coming along, funnel. I'm going to try pouring the soap kind of on the side of the funnel here and see if that helps reduce bubbles.
I mean, kind of like how you're supposed to like pour soda in a cup or beer in a glass. Specifically on the beer so it doesn't get a lot of head.
See, that's maybe the biggest problem with melt and pour is that as it cools, it tends to drop down a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder to avoid getting bubbles and stuff on the top. I'm really excited for this one. Let's see how it turns out.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Looking kind of cool. Whoa! it's still squishy. That's really cool. Wow. It looks like nothing stuck to the mold at all. Well, I mean, a little bit, but like
it's still
on
gonna
the
need
edges.
to be washed. Yeah.
You know, that's where it's sealed up. Oh, it's so squishy. Maybe it's not ready to come out yet. I broke the arm a little bit, but oh man.
Got an air bubble in its head.
That's okay. It still looks really cool. All right, when it's had time to stiffen up a little bit more, I'll take a shot of it actually standing up. But this is neat. I like this a lot. This has some serious potential.
Right?
This is really cool. Okay. Awesome. So that's going to be it, I think, for the melt and pour pouring section. So we are probably going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will come back and do some soap dough work on the cold process version. So we'll be right back. See you in a minute. So we have one of our cold process figures. It has set up enough that we can start doing things with it. So we actually have two now. I'm going to be working on one, and later Kat will be working on their own. What I'm going to be using is called soap dough or soap clay. It is saponified soap that is still soft and squishy like clay. It's really similar to a super soft Sculpey in texture. And Jackie, if you're watching this, we did send you a bunch of this. It would have been back around the time that you were doing the doll customizing video. So I don't know if it ever arrived or it might be still loose somewhere in your pile of P.O. Box stuff. But you may want to check for it if you want to play around with it. So it functions really similar to clay. I'll be able to use the clay sculpting tools from the kit. I'm going to be using that to work on this one. And to secure it to the figure, instead of using liquid Sculpey like the kit has, I'll just be able to use water.
It's easy like that.
It is. So it's going to take me a while to work on this. I'm going to go ahead and set the camera up and then just fast forward through it while I work. So let's go on in. I do want to mention this sculpture is being heavily inspired by a soap design made by a friend of ours, Danny from Starcross Soapery. She made this rainbow fish soap, which has been living in my head rent-free since February when she posted it. I had to do something inspired by it. Alright, so here is my finished rainbow fish mermaid. I really like it. I feel like I should probably test lathering it up and using it, but I don't want to for now. It's too much work. So I'm a big fan of those little rainbow glittery scales. This was a lot of fun to do. Not too bad time-wise, too, which was kind of nice. Let me spray it real quick with some rubbing alcohol so you can see it a little bit less cloudy here. There we go. All right. Nice and shiny. All right, let's see how Kat did. All right, friend, what's the plan?
You'll see.
Why? Why are they always like this? What was that? Yeah, you too. All right, so you're
I would if you'd let me.
So we're going to let Kat work. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward on how their progress is going. So here we go. Okay, so here are all the final projects, including the Rainbow Fish Merman, Cat's Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington, Galaxy, Blue Drop, and Shiny Green. So, final thoughts, Kat?
Isn't Jack adorable?
He's super cute. You did such a good job. I love him. Look at his face. He's so precocious. And then you have like Big Lip Fishman. Overall, I had a lot of fun doing this.
Me too.
It was really, really fun. Would I do this again with soap? No.
No.
To be perfectly honest, no. I would much rather do it with the plaster and the Sculpey and everything that the kit actually came with.
I mean, the one thing I like about the soap over plaster, though, is being able to cut off the arms and reattach them however I want or replace them.
Yeah, it is a lot easier to move the limbs around in soap than it is in plaster. Kind of curious to try this effect with the Galaxy one. Maybe with plaster? It might work. I don't know. Might be kind of interesting to experiment, trying painting the inside of the mold and then trying it with plaster. But yeah, overall, loved it. And to anybody asking, are we biased because we're big fans of Jackie and this is Jackie's kit? Well, first of all, it wasn't a review, so like, there's that. Number 2, ultimately, it was a lot of fun. We had a great time, and we've now made, including the soap figures, 12 figures from the kit. I definitely need to order more plaster. The kids are itching to make some more figures. So with that, thank you again for hanging out with us. We'll catch you for another video. Go check Jackie out. Go give her some love. And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.